morning, ladies and gentlemen and fellow Puducherrians. As you're aware, that the United Nations General Assembly, way back in December 1987, they had passed a resolution proclaiming that the 26th June of every year will be celebrated as the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking, taking note of the enormity of the problem that is posed by drugs globally and within the country. Now, till this year, 26 June was observed by organizing various awareness programs, in schools, colleges, anti-drug rallies, public meetings, workshops, seminars, exhibitions, etc., all over the country, including in our 4 regions in the UT of Puducherry, Karaikal, Puducherry, Mahe and Yanam. But this year, a little extraordinary circumstances because of the coronavirus, we are therefore reduced ourselves to more of online dissemination of literature and try and create an awareness through digital platforms for this important day, when we recognize our efforts globally of all law enforcement agencies to observe this day as the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. It can be a week-long events can be planned for this, and I've advised my officers, especially CID, law and order units, and our traffic and our cybercrime cell and our social media cell to try and utilize this week between the 26th and beyond to make sure that the people are sensitized on the drug abuse and illicit trafficking. Now, I need not underscore the problems which are posed when a person gets addicted to drugs. The sheer enormity of the problem can be made out from the statistics which I got from the Narcotics Control Bureau, which says India, as you know, we are close to the Golden Triangle and also to the Golden Crescent, and therefore it has become kind of a conduit for drugs globally. Therefore, the data that has been given to me by NCB, I'm just quoting it, that India alone consumes nearly 1 ton of heroin, which is worth more than 100 crores. The drug menace is huge in India, with the country being number 2 supplier of the precursors in the world. This year also, I must add, that the theme for the 2020 International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking is better knowledge for better care. I repeat, the United Nations, which has given, it gives a theme every year. The theme that they gave for this day, for this 26 June 2020, they say it is better knowledge for better care, which emphasizes the need to improve the understanding of the global drug problem, the menace, and in turn, how better knowledge will foster greater international cooperation for countering its impact on health, governance, and security. So my request to you, ladies and gentlemen and fellow Puducherrians, please realize the enormity of it. It's not that we are not affected by drugs. I also checked up on the figures which was given by my crime record office. In the last 5 years, 69 cases have been reported in the UT of Puducherry under the NDPS Act. And there is both sides to it, the supply chain and the demand chain. Supply chain, the law enforcement will take care. It's the demand chain which I am now requesting all of you, the consumers. You have to realize from within that drug is a big issue. It kills you, it kills generations. And therefore, we have to wean away from it. There are several factors, socio-economic factors behind it. I would not like to go measure at this moment. But that being said, we are like to tell you what Puducherry police has been doing so far to kind of contain this problem. We have set up an anti-narcotics squad. This came up in the last 1 year. This is to engage in the continuous collection of intelligence relating to narcotics movement in the UT of Puducherry. Not only to control the movement, also to kind of attack the supply chain and go to the source of the origin. It's not only about arresting the accused, who is the supplier. It has to go back to the source of the origin. Where has the drug originated from? So the investigation has to be meticulous. and very painstaking efforts, and therefore we decided to set up a anti-narcotic squad. Periodical special raids. We have in various target areas, we have been conducting periodic raids, which is at the level of the SHOs, the CIs, and even our SPs, the SDPOs. The beat system has been reinforced. Ladies and gentlemen, everything happens in a beat. Okay. The entire country, the entire UT is divided into beats. If a crime occurs, it has to occur at the beat. So if our beat intelligence is active and thorough and professional and meticulous, and if we do our job carefully, and they are continuously engaged with the other groups, with the other stakeholders like the resident welfare associations, the community liaison groups, the fishermen watch groups, the RWAs, etc., etc. If this beat system, that is what our philosophy has been of the Puducherry police, to devise a very holistic beat system where the beat officers continue to engage with our people so as to get cutting edge intelligence for further processing and control. Now this revamped system has paid a lot of dividends. This year, as I said, that we have not been able to conduct rallies, etc., but we are trying to disseminate a lot of literature through the handbills in terms of the hard copies, and at the cost of repeating myself again, also through the online dissemination. This is about my request to you, ladies and gentlemen, once again, is that there can be several ways in which this campaign can be kick-started from the 26th of June this year, which is a Friday. So this is the Friday around the corner. There can be a lot of things that can be done. Burst SMSs, mobile service providers to come forward in a big way through flashing of burst messages through SMS. We could have programs on radio, FM channels, Doordarshan, All India Radio, etc. And there are so many electric channels in our UT. We are blessed with about at least a good 36, 37 electronic TV channels that we have. They can be requested to run programs, run the tickers, run the scrolling. Try and keep sensitizing. It's all about sensitizing people about this day. Just the way we have been doing it for this pandemic, for the coronavirus. People have started wearing masks. I see all of the people who are here, the ladies and gentlemen of the press corps who keep coming and meeting me. I see everyone wearing a mask. Now this has come in because we kept sensitizing. We kept communicating that these are required. The 3S protocols, or rather the 4S. First is your personal safety, your mask. Second is your sanitizers. Your third is your social distancing. And fourth is your Arogya Setu app. So these things have been done. So it has come because we kept sensitizing, and people realized from within how important it is to kind of maintain these 4S protocols, to keep healthy, to keep themselves safe, to keep them family safe. Similarly, on this important day when we recognize June 26, it is basically to sensitize people that drugs is a reality, that problem is a reality. We can't wish it away. It is there. It's right at our doorstep. So the idea is, the jurisprudence is that we should not wish it away. We should now confront it head on. We have to confront it. And just the way we are confronting this and engaged in this battle against the coronavirus. Pamphlets and banners and posters, I have advised this also in public places. In fact, I've asked my traffic police, they've got LEDs and they've got public announcement systems, megaphones. They can keep announcing it, because whenever in a traffic junction, when the traffic comes to a halt on a traffic light, this is the way you can disseminate. And you see, audio visual messages are very important. You might think that it is something is spread on the PA system, it sinks in. You hear it and it sinks in, and you realize. Then print media publicity. So these are some of the suggestions that have been given to us, and I thought that with my message to my fellow Puducherrians, at least let me begin this kick-starting this campaign against drug abuse and illicit trafficking. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Nandri.